Alright, so I was trying to go live, but I don't like that shit because, I don't like people. I'm not like a person that likes fame or people. I like privacy. So, which is why the whole premise behind being harassed and stalked is uncomfortable. So I just try to make a live video, and I saw some people on there, but I want to go make this and I can post this right after. But I'm basically just, looking at these people here, and I want to reiterate to those who actually going through this. And when I say that, I mean really, because you have people that go through this because of them not wanting to subscribe to the shit they already subscribe to. You got different types of people out here. I'm telling you, 90% of the people on YouTube have already sold out. A lot of these people have already taken the oath. They are really aware behind, of what's behind, this whole sadistic realm that we live in. Because this is not, you can't, when you realize exactly what this shit is and who you're surrounded by, you can't minimize this shit to a state, a city, a family member. This is how dumb this shit is. You got these people out here that want you to marvel after their ability to be ignorant. I don't marvel after stupidity. Ignorance isn't bliss. It's a choice. And so for me, I don't marvel after my ability to survive years of stupidity. These people make it seem like surviving the Holocaust was something that was a choice. Duh, it's a given, It's survival isn't a choice. It's a must-have. I don't know. It's not a choice for anybody that seems as survival is necessary. It's a necessity. It seems like that would be the given. So for these people acting like, there's some jungle gym course they're putting us in, and this is some test called life. Because I tell you, man, I've been coasting through life. Prior to this, I have no problem saying that I didn't have a lot of issues being successful in anything in life. Okay, prior to 2016, I had no issues getting a job. Any relationship I wanted, I could maintain that. Things were easy to me. I don't think they were easy to me because I was so much handed more things as far as the things I worked for. I feel like I worked for a lot of the materialistic, 90% of the materialistic things that I wanted in my adult life. I purchased and I worked hard for. And I worked hard to maintain those things. So what I'm saying is, I noticed the difference when all of that stops, when the things that become easy are no longer easy, and you have maintained your innocence throughout the situation. Well, then that's something that you have to consider. Something you have to look at. Okay, so that's why I don't consider me surviving stupidity, or me, not ending up in jail, or me not having them, ruin my finances to the bare minimum, as that being that's a survival trait. That's me not wanting to succumb to my environment and those around me. It's a natural instinct for me. It wasn't a choice. It was a must have. It was something that had to be done. And I want you guys to don't ever think that like this is what you got to get out there. These people aren't shit. They're not anything to behold. This is not a level. This is not a game. I don't play games. You guys got to really get out your mind that, yes, we want to thank the Most High and the Creator for the strength and wherever we get this strength from, and from yourself, most importantly. But you don't give these people anything. I don't give them anything. If anything, if you watch the things I post, it's attributed to exposing them, to showing how dumb they are, how repetitive they are, how easily they can be manipulated, how they're scared, how they can be pushed into a situation, how I'm always outnumbered. I'm in one of the most dangerous cities in America, allegedly, right, on paper, and how I'm able to maneuver out these people once you understand what they're about. So I don't think that it's an accomplishment. You know what I mean? I had to stop looking at it like that. It's dumb. Who wants to survive a Holocaust that could be prevented? Ask all those people that died in the Holocaust if you could. I'm pretty sure they'd rather prevent that whole thing from occurring than having to tell a war story about surviving. Pretty sure those that died in Vietnam, if we could prevent the Vietnam War, World War II, I'm pretty sure those people would rather be here today if they could. You know, I'm just saying, if for the analogistic part of this, right? I'm pretty sure they would have rather not had to have gone to a war to have survived than to have to come home to speak up on a war they survived from. And that's the whole point. And if that's not your mindset, then you're stuck in the mindset of the same people that we're harassed by and that we're surrounded by. You know, like surviving stupidity is now an accomplishment. They make TV shows out of this shit. People put themselves in stupid situations and then now want to be praised for it. You know, when I was growing up, that was called idiocracy. It's called dumb. You were possessed. Something was wrong with you. You need to be locked up. So the same things that we consider to be insanity are now things that they make TV show, they publicize, they market. And now when people like myself can't comprehend that, now it's an issue. But never see yourself as an issue. One thing I'm going to tell you, there's no way that 1% or 5% of the global population can be a nuisance to the other 95%. I mean, just do the math. Just do the math. And if you have 10 crying kids in a room of one adult, you're not going to tell me that the adult's getting on their nerves. Okay? And that's exactly how I feel. I'm surrounded by kids, and I'm the only adult in the room. And you're not going to tell me I'm the reason why these little motherfuckers are upset. So that's how I live my life, knowing that I'm not the cause of the ignorance in America and those around me. When I go on the news and I look at what's going on in my city and I see these dumbass niggas, I say, well, shit, it wasn't me. I say, well, shit, the police was doing their job, not watching me, following me. Maybe they could have prevented these crimes that they're complaining about every damn year. But when you realize that these people, they champion crime, they have to, right? Everything they do around us is criminal. Everything they do around us is trying to create a criminal situation, stage event to have us in some bullshit. So there's no peace of mind in that. Therefore, these people aren't peaceful. So I don't consider them to be sane. They're not hospitable. These are not people that you want to model yourself after. I know they take pictures on Instagram. I know they look good. And you know what I remind myself? The same people that I see on Instagram are the same people that harass and the same people that watch my videos and going through the same thing I'm going through. You know what I mean? Just because I'm not in your state, if I lived in your state, in your neighborhood, you'd be doing the same shit these niggas is doing in my state, in my neighborhood. You're no different. And when you realize that you can separate these people from the images that they portray themselves and these characteristics and these doppelgangers and these personalities that they create for themselves. I see right through people. Nobody can affect me. I don't get jealous. I don't get embarrassed. I don't get envious. I don't get salty. I'm aware and I'm a realist. And if the reality of the situation is true, then we can go from that. But most of the time, these people don't have any truth. It's opinion, emotional based. And it comes from a form of hate and jealousy. You know what I mean? Like, these people cannot move around. I've studied these people. There's not been a day where someone around me has not done something ignorant. And I want you to, and let me tell you something. I'm the youngest guy by 20 years on average. Okay? Everyone around me is 20 years on average older than me. And they act like fucking kids. These are not people you want to be around. These are not someone that, they're talking about you got to constantly work on yourself. If a raccoon, right, and I hate using this analogy, but let's use a better one because we're not raccoons. Okay, let's say that a child is placed into a dumpster, right? That child is helpless, right, until what? It can be rescued from that situation. Now, I'm not saying that we are children. I'm saying that we've been blinded for so much information from crucial years of our lives by our relatives and those around us, right? That when it's time to use information that would have been resourceful in the years that that information was taught to those who are now using it against us, perps and gang stalkers, we don't have that. So I've never looked at it as me being ignorant because of the information I didn't know I needed to know. You don't study pre-calculus if you don't plan on taking that class. So these people are basically asking you to be aware about situations they're hiding. And then when you learn these situations and they're embarrassing for them, and then they put them in the light, that is what they deserve, but not what they anticipated. And then now you have the upper hand. That's why I'm at with this gang stalker shit. I know that they're sick. I know the demonic, pedophilic, sexual perversions, things that they champion as a global society. They are not individuals to me. When you take away them as an individual, okay, they do individual things, but when you realize that they're a collective, then a lot of shit you laugh at. When you realize that if there's so much as thinking in my brain, right? And if they want to manipulate that when it comes to live television or football or anything I'm watching, well, then if I'm exposing them for the things they're doing, you'll quickly see how uncomfortable the room feels, how quickly commercial is brought about. You understand? And so now it's not so much of me being controlled as me controlling. But my whole premise is this is an ignorant situation to even be a part of. So fuck being able to control it or being a part of it or whatever these people may behold this situation to be. My mindset is the Holocaust should have never existed. Slavery should have never existed. Okay, we only have Black History Month, right? Because of the terror and the alleged killing and bloodshed of those during that period of time, right? But I'm pretty sure if you ask those slaves, right, would they pick slavery? Would they rather go with? Ask Harriet Tubman right now. This is a one dimension. We know that she was a witch and a lot. One dimensional. If Harriet Tubman, if you had to ask her, Harriet Tubman, would you rather be free today or made a hero for the rest of your life? A smart person would say, I'd rather be free. Fuck 100 years. I'm not worried about being a hero. Not worried about going to history books. Fuck all that shit. I want to go home. Okay? So that's how I think about this shit. I'm not worried about being looked at as a survivalist. Who gives a fuck, nigga? Let's get back to the money. Let's get back to the things that and it's not like, and I want you guys to understand something, right?